so tired of playing games. You don't have to be so hard. Just tell me your dreams, the things you like, what turns you off, what makes you doubt. I'll tell you my deepest secrets, I wanna let them out. Hiding a million different things, waiting for the night time to see what it brings. And I'm still even deep in my head, and sometimes I feel my heart is dead. Maybe tonight, late in bed, could I love instead? Yeah, I'm still living deep in my head, and sometimes I feel my heart is dead. Maybe tonight, late in bed, could I love instead? been trying to move a mountain.
Hit it!
That's what I'm talking about.
Wait! Okay, now, from the beginning.
Hit it, boys.
Hello there, folk. And I do mean folk, singular. Hi, Dad, and maybe Mom, as the only people signed in. Welcome to another episode of Fast Facts Live. I am your host, your quizmaster of ceremonies, Dan O'Keefe. And we have just some hot questions ready for you. Speaking of hot, the opposite of cold. He's got new tires on his car. It's Tom, the man who runs the show. Hi, Tom. How are you?
I'm $1,000 lighter.
You basically fly now.
Yeah, it's.
Is that mug strictly above board? The contents of the mug.
Yeah, it's coffee.
Oh, I don't know. It's 8 o'clock. If I see someone drinking from a mug at 8 o'clock while doing work, I'm assuming there's nothing but illicit substances in there.
I don't hide it when I drink illicit substances.
You always a clear glass.
Always a clear glass.
Just actually one step further. Just go from the bottle.
Sure, I can do that.
Welcome to Fast Facts Live. Today we're getting Tom to drink all of his liquor. You know what they say.
All of it.
Trivia before liquor. Wrong order. Liquor before trivia. Correct.
Sicker before liquor. In the clear.
Candy is liquor. And quicker is dandy. I don't know. We're just stalling right now. Like I said, we have one team signed up, and it's my parents. So, this has never happened before. We've had at least 2 teams. We've had at least 3 teams every time in
Every
5
time.
years.
Yep.
Until now. We took 6 weeks off, and everybody was like, yep, that's it. Fast Facts dead.
I don't know how to respond to this.
December 3rd? You want me to do trivia on December 3rd? What am I, a farmer?
Yeah,
I don't know.
We must have hit the Wednesday where everybody was busy.
Apparently.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot. They're lighting the Rockefeller Christmas tree.
That's where everyone
That's it.
is.
Everybody's
Our
in New
entire
York.
audience
watching.
is in Manhattan. They all share one co-op.
You think we're stalling enough?
My question is, what would you like to do, Tom? Host a one-team trivia competition? Sure, let's do it.
Yeah.
You know the rules.
I'm here. The questions are written.
They're timely too. I'm gonna
They
say
are
we
timely.
we'll still give you all the time and everything, but I'd just say we're probably not gonna take any breaks.
Sure.
If it's just one. Let's see
Other
how
people
froggy this can
join.
get.
I can't wait for somebody to join like round 2 and sweep the rest of the game.
Absolutely.
Come from behind.
Okay. Well, in the spirit of that, I'm trying to get my controller here, but I keep dragging a trophy along my desk. Our best short film trophy.
You got a best short film?
You got a best short film. We
I did?
got a best short film.
Is that from the Avant-Garde
thrill
Film
of it.
Festival in Chicago?
Yes. Where we won an award because we showed up.
It's the opposite of what this game is.
No.
Actually, no, it's exactly the same. At the
Until-
moment, I know
Yeah.
who's going to win this race.
I don't know. Tom's test team. Tom's test team could pull
It's
it out.
embarrassing when there's a test team there to just make sure it's all actually still working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's get into it. Let's just start. Questions are timely. Round 1. On this day. Say it with me, actually. On this day. Question number 1. On this day in 1994, Sony releases the first PlayStation in what country? 20 seconds. Oh, my controller just disconnected. Uno momento. Great. Question number 2. On this day in 1992, the world's first type of what message is sent by the Vodafone? Question number 3. On this day in 1982, a soil sample is taken from Times Beach that contains 300 times the safe levels of dioxin. Times Beach is now a ghost town outside of what major U.S. city? 20 seconds. I'm giving you extra time to answer because I see you still haven't answered. Come on, name a city. Question number 4. On this day in 1959, the current flag of what city-state in Southeast Asia is adapted 6 months after becoming a self-governing territory? 20 seconds. And question number 5. On this day in 1910, in the City of Lights, the first of what kind of gaseous lighting method is demonstrated? Don't say farting, 20 seconds. And that's it for round number 1. Double or nothing if you're playing. Round number 2. Spotify Wrapped. I'm sure you're going to do great on this round. Question number 1. According to Spotify, who was the most streamed musician of 2025? 20 seconds. Question number 2. Kendrick Lamar and what 3-letter singer had the most streamed song, Luther, in the US this year? Who's that singer? Good luck. Question number 3. What was the first year that Spotify released Spotify Wrapped? Question number 4. For the first time in 6 years, my top artist was not a woman. Instead, it was what Chicago-based rock band with songs like Savior and Swing Life Away? 20 seconds. Come on, it's a Chicago-based band. You know, Where You Live. Question number 5. For the 6th consecutive year, what cigar-smoking comedian had the top podcast in the world? Boo. The correct answer is obviously in conclusion. That is it for round number 2, double or nothing if you didn't get any questions right in that round. Whoops. Here are the answers for round number 1 on this day. On this day in 1994, Sony released the first PlayStation in what country? That is in Japan. On this day in 92, the world's first type of what message is sent via the Vodafone network? That is the world's first text message. On this day in 1982, a soil sample is taken from Times Beach that contains over 300 times the safe level of dioxin. Times Beach is now a ghost town outside of what major U.S. city? That is outside of St. Louis, Missouri. Is this the Aaron Brockovich one, or is that in Texas? I know dioxin is in Aaron Brockovich, but I don't know if it's this town.
Honestly, I've never seen Aaron Brockovich.
That's pretty good.
That seems like Texas.
Yeah. Question number 4. On this day in 1959, the current flag of what city-state in Southeast Asia is adopted 6 months after becoming self-governing? That is Singapore. You can tell by the flag. And number 5. On this day in 1910, in the City of Lights, the first of what kind of gaseous lighting method is demonstrated? That is neon lighting. I prefer neon trees. Clap, clap. Round 2, Spotify Wrapped. According to Spotify, who is the most streamed musician of 2025? It's not Taylor Swift. It's not Elvis. It's once again Bad Bunny, performing at the Super Bowl this year. Kendrick Lamar and what 3-letter singer had the most streamed song in the U.S. this year? That is SZA. S-Z-A. SZA. What was the first year Spotify released Spotify Wrapped? It started in 2016, so 9 years ago. For the first time in 6 years, I have failed women. My top artist was not a woman. Instead, it was what Chicago-based rock band with songs like Savior and Swing Life Away. That is Rise Against. And number 5, for the 6th consecutive year, what cigar-smoking comedian had the top podcast in the world? The answer is, of course, like you said, Smokey the Bear. No, it is Joe Rogan. Moving to round 3. Cities in Florida. Question number 1. Palm Beach and West Palm Beach, Florida are separated by what inland aquatic route? 20 seconds. Question number 2. Originally referred to as Turnberry, what city in Miami-Dade County is known for the largest shopping mall in Florida? Question number 3. Fort Pierce, Florida is named after an army post that's named after an army officer who was the brother of President Pierce. What was President Pierce's first name? I almost just said it. 20 seconds. There are only 45 options here. Less than
that.
Yeah.
There's 42.
40?
Right?
Maybe. We've had a bunch of
there's only-
Abrahams.
Oh, right. Some people had a repeat first name.
Yeah. Question number 4. What Central Florida city is nicknamed the City Beautiful? 20 seconds. I don't even know how to say city in Spanish. Question number 5. Fort Lauderdale is named after a series of forts built by the United States in a 19th century conflict with what group of Native Americans? 20 seconds. I thought you were going to ask what was Lauderdale's first name with this question, and my answer would have been Fort. I don't know. That is it for round number 3. Double or nothing if you live in Florida. That's it. Moving on to round 4. Fastest ever, the Army Corps of Engineers. Question number 1. The emblem of the Army Corps of Engineers is what type of building? 20 seconds. Question 2. True or false, the Army Corps of Engineers was founded before the drafting of the Declaration of Independence? 20 seconds. Question number 3. The Army Corps of Engineers slogan is Essayons in French. What does that mean in English? 20 seconds. This is where your French language learning comes into play. Question number 4. Following a major earthquake and flooding, the Army Corps of Engineers channelized the entirety of what river? 20 seconds. And question number 5. The robbery of an Army Corps of Engineers paymaster was the last crime of what famous Old West outlaw? 20 seconds. That picture of the man with the goatee staring daggers at the camera is what I aspire to be when I grow up.
What is that a hairdo? Or is that just part of the picture?
I think that's part of the picture. I think he just had short hair and there's some scratching around the top of his head where
It looks like it's all up in a tiny, tiny, tiny little bun.
Either up in a tiny bun or he's burning an eternal flame.
Oh.
And we're still waiting on an answer here. So we can't move on to round number 5 until you give us an answer. And I would say I'll get closer to the microphone, but I can't. My lips are on the microphone. I didn't trigger that question. That's why you couldn't answer it.
Damn.
You just sat thinking It's triggered now. Sorry, this time is flying by. Now it's active. You've had much time to think and consider your answer. I'll even give you another hint. It's a man. Wonderful. That's it for round number 4. Double or nothing if you forgot to trigger the question and the answer. Before we move on to the answers for round number 3, if you want to support us, you know where to go. Patreon. Just call me. Beat me. If you want to reach me, if you want to page me, it's okay. Yeah, we will be back potentially again in December.
Yeah, we should try to make that happen.
Yeah, we'll do a holiday episode.
By the way, 19 people opened the email.
Oh. Fascinating. And said we hate you.
Yeah.
That's what I get when people don't respond to me.
Ooh, I can see the people who opened it
Ooh.
and ignored it.
Okay, let's go to the answers for round 3 first. Palm Beach and West Palm Beach, Florida are separated by what inland aquatic route? That is the Intercoastal Waterway. Originally referred to as Turnberry, what city in Miami-Dade County is known for the largest shopping mall in Florida? That's not Ventura, it's Aventura. There's a difference, apparently. Question 3. Fort Pierce is named after an army post, named after an army officer who was the brother of President Pierce. President Pierce's first name was Franklin. What Central Florida city is nicknamed the City Beautiful? To quote the Book of Mormon, Orlando! And question 5. Fort Lauderdale is named after a series of forts built by the U.S. in the 19th century during a conflict with which group of Native Americans? Go to Florida State, and they are the Seminoles. Round 4, the Army Corps of Engineers. The emblem of the Army Corps of Engineers is what type of building? It is a castle, as you can see on his microphone right there. Number 2, true or false, the Army Corps of Engineers was founded before the drafting of the Declaration of Independence. It sounds untrue, but it's true. The Army Corps of Engineers was founded in 1775. Declaration of Independence, 1776. Wild world. The Army Corps of Engineers slogans is Essayons. What does that mean in English? It means, let us try. Doesn't say we'll succeed, but we'll try. Following a major earthquake and flooding, the Army Corps of Engineers channelized the entirety of what river? Channelized the Los Angeles River. Old gray concrete herself. And the robbery of an engineer's paymaster was the last crime of what famous Old West outlaw? It was the last crime of Jesse James before he was assassinated by who, Tom?
The coward Robert Ford.
Thank you. Moving on, round number 5. It's our toss-up round. It could be anything. Question number 1. The Palme d'Or is the top prize at what film festival? 20 seconds. Question number 2. Who was the 20th president of the United States? 20 seconds. Question number 3. Quando, Quando, Quando by Engelbert Humperdinck is a translation of a song of the same name from what language? 20 seconds. Question number 4. Radio City Music Hall serves as the home of what precision dance company? 20 seconds. And question number 5. The Tasman Sea separates what two countries? 20 seconds. And that is it for round number 5, Double or Nothing. If you have ever swam in the Tasman Sea, if you are perhaps an Australian Prime Minister, I wouldn't recommend it because you might get swept away and never be seen again. That did happen to one of Australia's Prime Ministers. Time for the Hail Mary question. Well, place your bets, place your wagers. I don't know. Have they wagered, Tom? I cannot see.
Yeah.
Well, if you want a hint, the category is television. I would say you can wager anything you want. Could we have our first winner with a negative score? We absolutely could.
Yeah, wagers active. Oh, they wagered.
Perfect. Here's the question. Mork and Mindy and Laverne and Shirley were both spin-offs of Happy Days, which itself was a spin-off of what ABC anthology show? 20. I cannot trigger this question. I don't know what's happening, but when I hit trigger, nothing happens. Interesting.
Really? Okay. It's triggered.
Okay. 30 seconds. And you already answered, so that's the end of the 20 seconds. Moving on to the tiebreaker question, just in case we have a tie. How many episodes of Happy Days are there? Is it triggered, Tom?
It is.
Great.
Your feedback.
Incredible answer there. That's it for the tiebreaker question. Let's go over the answers for rounds 5 and the Hail Mary. The Palme d'Or is the top prize at what film festival? That is the top prize at Cannes in France. Who was the 20th president of the United States? Even though he does have a mustache, it's not Grover Cleveland. It is James Garfield. Let me tell you, he hates Mondays. That's when he gets shot. Question 3. Quando, Quando, Quando by Engelbert Humperdinck is a translation of a song of the same name from what language? It's translated from Italian. And Engelbert Humperdinck is still alive. Looking like a snack. Question 4. Radio City Music Hall serves as the home of what precision dance company? That is the home of the Rockettes. And question 5. The Tasman Sea separates what two countries? Like you answered, New Zealand and Australia. You put it in all caps. And then our Hail Mary. Mork and Mindy and Laverne and Shirley were both spin-offs of Happy Days, which itself is a spin-off of what ABC anthology show? It was not Guess Your Luck. It was Love American Style. And how many episodes of Happy Days were there? A cool 255. That's it for all the questions. That's it for all the answers. Let's go over our scores and see who won this week's episode of Fast Facts Live. Well, in first place...
That's not even working. That's funny.
Wonderful. I don't even know how to get rid of it. Whatever. In first place with 4 points, we have It's Cold and I've Got a Cold. So congratulations on winning this week's episode of Fast Facts Live, Dad. Since you won, you get to pick between a Creative Land Shop gift card or an Amazon gift card. Do we do that anymore? I don't think so.
It's just the cup now.
Just
I don't know why you're giving them an option.
You don't have any options. We've removed the freedom of choice. You get a cup. But seriously, Dad, thank you for playing. We really appreciate it. Like you said, it is like the time that you came to one of my freshman volleyball games and was the only fan there. But just like then, And now we very much appreciate the support and playing.
Yes, thank
and
you.
you did pretty well.
No, he
Still at a
finished with 4
positive
points.
score. Yeah, you finished with 4 points, but you had 8 before the Hail Mary, and there
That's
was a
true.
round that was just written for you to get wrong. The Spotify Wrapped one. You got
It was
close
written
with some
for
of
you
them.
to get wrong.
Like, it wasn't purposely written, but there was nothing in there that you would know immediately. But thank you for playing, and thank you, Tom, for producing.
Thank you for hosting.
We will be back potentially on December 23rd for our Christmas edition of Fast Facts. In the meantime, everybody, stay safe and have fun. Bye-bye.